Hello, Recapped Mystery here. Today, I'm going to explain an episode called Nosedive, from the British science fiction series Black Mirror. Watch out and take care. The film is set in a probable near-future scenario in which society is governed by a 5-star rating system. In this civilization, each member assigns a rating to one another based on their interactions. The social and economic status that one holds in this type of society is defined by that person's overall rating. Those with 4 and 5 overall ratings benefit. Those with 1 to 3 overall ratings, on the other hand, receive little to no rewards. As a result, in this society, one must always act favorably or risk receiving a bad score. The episode begins with a woman jogging while carrying a phone in a suburban village. Lacie Pound, the woman, is looking at her phone, scrutinizing what appear to be postings from other individuals, which she rates with 5 stars apiece. She stares in the bathroom mirror after jogging and practices various smiles and chuckles. A faint glow may be seen in her eyes, indicating some kind of technology. Lacie currently lives with her brother Ryan, who has a lower approval rating than her, and she is eager to go. Lacie then departs the house for lunch. Outside, she purchases a coffee and a cookie. As a result, she gives the clerk and everyone else a 5-star rating, and everyone else gives her a 5-star rating as well. Through her eyes, Lacie can see each person's overall rating and information, and others can see it as well, including her overall rating of 4.2 stars and other information. She tries the cookie and coffee, which she dislikes, and takes a picture of it, which she then posts online. Despite the fact that she dislikes both, the film receives numerous 5-star reviews, and her overall rating rises significantly. After that, she goes to work. She meets a woman with whom she frequently interacts in the lift. The specifics of their dialogue, however, are based solely on each other's posts and information, which they could access via their phones and eyeballs. Lacie then proceeds to her workstation. There, she encounters a co-worker with a low overall rating. Her co-worker is distributing complimentary smoothies to enhance his rating. She obtains a bad rating after ingesting one and drinking it. She notices this and decides to stop interacting with him. Soon after learning that her house is being purchased, she starts to hunt for a new, more expensive place to reside. She visits Pelican Cove in a posh neighborhood. It is an expensive location, but she discovers that she must boost her 4.2 rating to 4.5 in order to receive a discount on this luxury flat. She also learns from a consultant that she needs to socialize with people outside her group, particularly those with better ratings, in order to fast boost her ratings. She tries to be polite to everyone at first, but she only gets average evaluations. She then notices a co-worker with a low rating, but he is unable to enter the building because his low rating does not qualify. Lacie's co-worker approaches her for assistance, but she ignores him in order to maintain her rating. Later, Lacie posts a photo of Mr. Rags, a ragdoll she and a childhood buddy created together. Naomi, her childhood friend, notices the picture and contacts Lacie. Naomi tells her that she is getting married and that she would like Lacie, her oldest friend, to be her maid of honor, which Lacie gladly agrees. Naomi has a 4.8 rating, a lot of upper-class friends, and she lives on an exclusive and utopian island. Lacie believes that if she delivers the perfect maid of honor speech, she will receive a stream of 5-star ratings, bringing her approval up to the 4.5 she need. Her brother thinks it's weird that Naomi is asking Lacie to be her maid of honor, given their strained relationship in the past. Lacie insists that Naomi is a friend and that having her as the maid of honor would undoubtedly boost her overall rating. As a result, Lacie prepares for her wedding speech, even practicing one more time before departing for the ceremony. Her brother stops her, begging her to reconsider her ratings fixation, but Lacie has already made up her mind. This sparks an altercation between them, which ends with them giving each other a bad rating. Lacie obtains bad ratings after 2 incidences on the route to the airport, lowering her rating from 4.2 to 4.1. First, she collides with a woman holding a cup of coffee, spilling it. Second, the taxi driver gives her a negative rating for being so loud while on the phone. Worse, her original flight has been cancelled, and she needs a 4.2 rating to gain a seat on another. She persists on taking the seat, producing a commotion that lowers her total grade. As a precaution, The airport security guard reduces her total rating to 3, which is valid for 24 hours. As a punishment, she also suffers a terrible double damage effect on her rating, which means that all down votes are multiplied by 2. She chooses to rent a car because she would be late for the wedding. However, because she has a low rating and cannot rent a higher quality car, she is forced to rent an older model. She practices her speech as the maid of honor while driving, but her journey is cut short when the automobile needs to be charged. She discovers that the car, being an older model, requires an adapter to charge. She abandons it since she is unable to charge it, opting instead to walk and hitchhike. Cars avoid her because she has a low rating of 3, but eventually a truck stops and offers to help. Lacie is initially apprehensive because the driver has a low rating, but she eventually agrees. The truck driver, an older woman, asks Lacie where she's headed and why she's going there. Lacie informs her that she is the maid of honor in a lavish wedding. The truck driver informs her that she used to be like her. She had an overall rating of 4.6 and was always striving for a higher grade in the hope that it would lead to a better life. However, her spouse developed cancer, and she did everything she could to save him, even taking him to a prestigious hospital, but he was turned down since his rating was deemed insufficient. After her husband died, she vowed to be honest about everything, only to discover that her so-called friends did not like her candor, therefore she received a bad rating. She claims she feels a lot more liberated now that she isn't obsessed about ratings. Lacie responds that, unlike the elderly lady who has nothing to lose, she has something to live for. The ride lasts all night, and Lacie is awakened in the morning by the truck driver, who informs her that they must part ways because she is traveling in another direction. The truck driver informs Lacie that she placed booze in her backpack as a parting gift. Lacie then goes to a nearby lavatory to practice her speech once more. Lacie overhears 2 women discussing a convention. To her astonishment, the event is near the wedding reception. She rides in a vehicle with some cosplayers after pretending to be going to the same convention. Soon later, Naomi contacts her again, telling her not to attend the wedding. She's learned that her overall rating has dropped to 2, and she can't have someone like that at her wedding. She only invited Lacie because it would increase her ratings immensely. Lacie is astonished and heartbroken to realize that she is nothing more than a number to Naomi. Similarly, Naomi says that she knew Lacie's objective all along, and that it was only to amass good ratings at the wedding. In reality, neither of them considered the other as a buddy, but rather as a means to get higher ratings. Despite this, Lacie insists on attending the wedding and giving her speech, to which Naomi reacts with a firm number. Lacie isn't deterred, and she resolves to trespass and disrupt the wedding reception. The cosplayers abandon her once she informs them that she is unaware of the convention. She sips the alcohol the truck driver provided her and stops a few cars before spotting a 4-wheeler bike and borrowing it. She made it to the reception by slipping around the back, but not before tumbling into a marsh and getting filthy. Lacie, all grimy and intoxicated after dressing up, delivers her speech to the audience, who all give her a rating of 1. She expresses her desire to be like Naomi, gorgeous, with excellent ratings, a good network of friends, and a happy life. She is dragged away from the reception area and sent to jail. The technology in her eyes is removed, and she sees the world for the first time without any form of rating. A man in the adjacent cell is staring at her. Lacie tries to check his information out of habit, but she sees nothing because the technology has been stripped from her. The man insults her, and Lacie responds by insulting him as well. They insult one another to their heart's content, with no regard for ratings. The episode concludes with them both yelling at each other, their anger and frustration ultimately giving way to happiness at their newfound independence. Thanks for watching. To assist the channel, turn on notification and leave a like. See you again soon.